Evil G here with barebonesmusic.com. I am sitting down with Otep.
Barebones featured artist.
Smash the control machine. Work, buy, consume, die. Smash the control machine.
Supported the new album Smash the Control Machine on Victory Records. First, let's talk a little bit about switching to Victory Records and how that's worked out for you guys.
It's been an amazing experience for me. I kind of feel like they're our first real label, you know. They really kind of understand our music. They understand our intention. They understand how important it is. My connection to our audiences, and it's just been it's great. The president, Tony Brummel, is like this really intellectual cat who sees the trends of the music industry as they're happening and perhaps before they're happening, which is important nowadays because we're in such a technologically advancing age. Every day it's something new. It's the now generation, you know. So, and plus he's kind of he's a warrior, he's a fighter, so it's like an intellectual fight club, kind of thing. So it's really, it's been a lot of fun to be there and to be a part of the Victory family.
I know that you're very passionate about any cause that you want to get involved with, and you're outspoken about it. And some people say that's controversial, but you speak from the heart. Talk a little bit about just how important that kind of stuff is for you as a singer-songwriter, and just supporting those type of things.
Well, the internet is great for that kind of thing. The internet's this hideous hydra. It's got a couple of great heads, and then it's got a couple of like really grotesque fiends that grow on top of it. It gives the anonymity gives bacteria courage, and they can go on and just they can say whatever they wouldn't say in real life.
Right.
But then it also it enables people to be connected, and perhaps someone who would never be able to find someone that is a like-minded spirit in the area where they live can go online and find someone that lives in another part of the world, if not the same country, different, So I used to try to do that with message boards back when we first started the band, and then when Friendster and MySpace and everything just kind of blossomed, I saw the opportunity to use that to network with our fans. I was always very artistic as a child, but I was never really around artistic people. Right. So for me, this is an opportunity to connect with other artistic and passionate people, of which there's a deficit in any one area. But if you can collect them all on the internet like we have, and it becomes a very powerful force.
Well, sorry. Your blog, I'm Not a Monster. I was checking it out just last night, and you speak a lot about your political beliefs and again causes. As an artist, just talk about your blog a little bit and how that.
As far as the activism part of it, I don't really see that as my job as an artist. I see that as my job as a citizen. What I love about America is how free we all are, and that it's based around an idea. It's not based on a bloodline. It's not based on a monarchy. It's based on an idea of freedom and equality, that all humans are created equal. There's no asterisk. There's no if.
Right, sure.
Unless you're this, unless you're Christian, unless you're Caucasian, unless you're Republican, unless you're wealthy, unless you're heterosexual. It doesn't say that. Sure. It says all are created equal. And I find that to be a blessing to live in a country that lives beneath that promised capacity. We're not there yet, right, sure. But we're moving we're trudging closer and closer to it, and it's a government of, for, by the people. So we have a say in our government, even in more so in our local governments. I know a lot of people don't believe in the electoral college and all of that with national politics, but locally you can actually control, what taxes you pay in your city, what laws are bound or bind your state. So I see it more as a duty as a citizen, because if we don't stay informed, if we don't stay involved, then the opportunist will step in and take advantage, and they will warp the laws, they will warp the country into something that benefits them and not us.
Sure.
And I come from, Irish working class roots, and I still identify that way. Just because I'm a songwriter doesn't mean that I've turned off my work ethic, and I still, my family was hit hard by this economy. That's one of the reasons why I wrote the record. I've had relatives that have lost their houses. They've got children. They're not lazy sluggards who just decided that they were going to try to take advantage of the system. These were working class folks that just got hit hard by the economy. Meanwhile, some CEO lays off his entire company, but still gets this huge bonus and goes off to Aruba.
Exactly.
So for me, it's about making sure that we remember that we matter and that we count, and that our voice is larger and louder than theirs as long as we use it.
Great point.
Thank you.
Bringing that back around to being an artist and a songwriter, though. This is your fourth album, Smash the Control Machine. I've asked a lot of bands this before about, do you have a message in your song? What does this song mean? A lot of people say, well, it's up to the listener. And I guess in all senses that's true. But listening to your guys' songs, especially something like Smash the Control Machine, the actual single itself, I mean, you put your heart on your sleeve there, and you let people know.
Well, I think it's, and I'll probably make I might rub people a little salty on this comment, but I think it's cowardly for artists not to have a message. I think that's the kind of art that inspires me. I don't necessarily want to be absolutely told. I don't want it to be an absolute, but I want to see a bit of the artist's idea and the artist's personality, the artist's vulnerability, their passions in their art. Use universal language, use universal imagery, but give me a piece of you in it, Right. And I think music should be personal. I don't think that there should be some vagueness about music. I think it should be personal. I mean, music is different from a painting. You can look at a painting and you can be inspired, and you can say, wow, look at the brushstrokes and the color and how they blended that so nicely, and the buoyancy is perfect. But then you can look at and the same thing with a sculpture, or if you read a poem. But these are very stagnant things. These aren't living things. Right. Music is alive. Music is electric. Music, when you're feeling down and you put your favorite song on and it lifts your spirits, or it reminds you to be angry about something. I mean, it's an empowerment to the soul, and so I have a hard time respecting artists that back away from the stances they may take, and then feel like the public is against them, so they change it, or if they just don't have a stance at all. And the single Smash the Control Machine did start out as a pseudo-political cultural song, and then expanded out beyond just Wall Street, beyond just government and our apathy, but also the other control machines that we willingly invite into our lives, such as alcoholism, such as bad relationships, poor self-identity, poor egos, abusive relationships, bringing those, negative influences into your own life that keep you tethered from the existence that you deserve. And, I believe that everyone has the right, to fight for that. And that's what that song's about. It's not just solely about what's going on. It evolves as the song goes on, second verse, third verse, and so.